He was out of Hollioake then of the game against Yorkshire. Your last one in the One Day Cup. Tell us about the game firstly. What's the story for you?
It was, well, the story of the comp. I haven't really spoken to you guys throughout this comp. The story of the comp is pretty much the same as what it's been with all the other games, other than the Durham game where we got resoundingly beaten. The story with this game is we got ourselves into a winning position, and unfortunately we weren't able to extend that sequence of the partnerships and get ourselves home and that's been a common theme throughout this comp, other than the Durham game where we got thoroughly outplayed. Um, on the positive side, we've gone with the youngsters in this comp, and they've really probably given us a lot more than I could have hoped for. I mean, I know they're good players, so that sounds like I don't rate them, but obviously I rate them because we've been giving them a game and trying to secure the future of the county. So to have five guys at times who are under the age of under 19, so is it's great for the county. Obviously, we're disappointed with the results, but sometimes you just got to rebuild for the future. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of the spectators, and I've bumped into a couple of people out for a meal the other night who said to me that they were really happy the young guys were playing. So um, they've done really well. They've done really well. So, but again, obviously disappointed with the loss today.
Five teenagers in this game against Yorkshire, and two of them combining for a big stand as well. Ekanch Singh and Jaden Denley. How much did that please you?
Ah, I mean, right. I mean, there hasn't been a lot to cheer about outside of our T20 campaign this year. So that seeing two 19-year-olds going on and forming a partnership like that and looking like they were going to get us across the line was amazing. And they've all of those 19-year-olds have done something special throughout this tournament. Ben Dawkins, Corey Flintoff, even Ollie Curtis today, amazing run out from the boundary. And Ekanch has been amazing, as has Jaden throughout the whole comp. So they're the thing I'm focusing on from this comp this year.
Difficult balance to strike, I know, and you wanted to go hard at the competition from the start, but without Joe Denley and Daniel Bell Drummond, I'm wondering if, in cases where you're 20, 30 runs short, whether that makes that much difference perhaps for you.
Oh, absolutely. We know Zach, Joe Denley hasn't been here for a lot of it. Daniel Bell Drummond, Tawanda. I know there's other counties have sort of players in the 100 as well, so we can't complain about that. But it's probably been the batting, which is probably we haven't extended those partnerships. We get into ourselves into winning position, and then we'll lose a wicket, and then quickly otherwise lose another one, and then we're on the back foot, and the inexperience of the side hasn't been able to get us across the line. I think if that same thing happens next year, probably five of those losses will be potentially wins. So, that's the goal. So, yeah, so there's positives to take, but I mean, ultimately disappointed.
But longer term for some of those younger players, even I suppose short term into September, thinking about the county championship, will one or two of those get a real go at that time?
Absolutely. Look, there's no. We've got to look forward now. Got to try and build for the future. And does that mean that they're going to start next year? No, it doesn't. But let's get some experience into these kids. Let's expose them to first class and list A cricket. Find out what they're about, and see what they're made of. Because I think they are the future of the club. Whether that's this year, next year, or the year after, whenever it is, they are the future. So we've got to try and develop them. And when you're out of a competition like we are here, then that's the perfect opportunity, the perfect platform to try and seek some of that development. And effectively, we can't win the Division Two or even get promoted. So that's another opportunity. So you'll be seeing these young guys playing in that as well.
And how much difference does it make playing in a competition like this? I mean, there's a big crowd here today, and I'm not going to decry the second 11, or, age group teams, but it is a very different thing, is it, in terms of pressure, which is important in this game?
100%. There was a decent crowd in the last couple of games, so exposing them to that. These games are live streamed on TV and they're on ESPN and what are we on here? BBC Radio as well. They're they're zoomed into people's homes, so there is pressure. People know what's going on when you play in the seconds or for your club side. no one really finds out. So they're getting a taste of that, and that exposure hopefully adds to them growing as players.
Looking forward to your next competitive fixture. It's 6th of September, that T20 Blast quarter final. We saw Daniel Bell Drummond firstly just doing some warm ups, I suppose, at half time in the game against Yorkshire. Is he getting close? How confident can you be?
Well, yeah, he's got a couple of injuries. Great to see him out here training, and as Joe Denley back today. Grant Stewart hopefully will be back in time for that quarter final. So I mean, obviously, it goes without saying that's the biggest game of our season until we win it, and then the semi and the final will be. But it's getting those guys right for that. So that's another reason why we haven't been putting everybody out, trying to keep them fresh. We didn't see Joey Everson today; he's a bit of a stiff back. So making sure these guys are really ready to go when that quarter final comes.
It must be tough for you as a competitor sometimes having to keep people back for a game in the future.
Kills me. Honestly, it's I'm old school. So I don't think I missed a game in 15 years myself. So I'll be limping out there, performing horribly. But as a coach, I've got to try and look after the individuals and best needs of the team. So but you're right, it is hard. Yeah.
Just quickly, am I right in thinking Zach Crawley will be back or being made available by England for that game?
Yeah, he's been made available, so he's a crucial addition, as is Tawanda, and Bilbo's not bad either. So those three are going to really bolster the side, and hopefully the morale of the side. Albeit the morale's good, we just had a big long debrief there, and the senior players are so wrapped with the energy that the young players have brought. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.